it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you in a second.
Justin Bieber is back in the spotlight, but not for music, tours, or a comeback. This time, his name is being pulled into ongoing conversations surrounding Sean Combs. As Justin appears more in public, people are revisiting old clips and interviews that once seemed harmless but now feel different. Some believe Diddy may have long been concerned about what Justin might eventually reveal, pointing to moments where Diddy appeared tense around him. One particular interview has resurfaced, where Justin reflects on fame at a young age, describing innocence, trust, and vulnerability in a way that now hits much harder.
So, all right, let's get deep for a second. 21-year-old Justin is giving 15-year-old Justin advice on what to expect from the industry and what to expect of life, going through what you've gone through. What do you say to that dude now?
I would just say, just listen to the people who care about you, you know, and also I was so, you can't really teach innocent, because I was innocent and I was young and I trusted everybody, and with being young and innocent in this industry, it's not necessarily the best thing because people take advantage of vulnerability. And so I think I was just in a place of just trusting everyone and, you know, thinking everyone was on my side and eventually getting burned. And yeah, it's just tough, man. And after a while, I started putting up walls and boundaries, and for a while, I kind of shut everybody out. And then I kind of lost my own personality and lost my charismaticness because I just didn't trust anyone. And then finally I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna let them win. I'm gonna give them some of me and learn how to put up a wall without closing myself.
You turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seatbelt.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you know, when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had.
That reflection is exactly why people keep connecting Justin back to this narrative. He openly said he was young, trusting, and eventually got burned. Words that carry weight. One old moment people keep revisiting is his 48 hours with Diddy, which now feels less like harmless celebrity interaction and more uncomfortable in hindsight. The focus has shifted from just appearances together to the kind of environment Justin was in as a teenager, surrounded by powerful figures.
So we spent Christmases together, and I know I can trust him, and yeah.
Those conversations got to be tough. Like, you got this group of people, and you want to assume that they're your best friends, and then at some point you got to say, that's a tough conversation for anybody. Now, if you're having it at 19 or 20 or 21, that's tough.
It's one of the toughest things, especially when you really love someone. And I'm not the type of person who likes confrontation at all. Like, I hate it, especially with my friends. So I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want them to think that I don't love them, you know. But there's sometimes you just need space, and it's like, I still love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance because I don't know if we're right for each other right now. Not you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's probably comforting for teenagers to hear this because we've all been there. Like, we've all had those friends that we couldn't say no to, and peer pressure, and this is probably how we gotten ourselves into situations that we have.
Yeah. I think I have a cool opportunity to just be a light and tell people, I'm human. I'm still gonna make mistakes. You might see me on TMZ tomorrow doing something else dumb. But I think that what's cool about this growth is people can see it, and it's like I've made a transition that's and been consistent, you know. And I think that life is just about staying consistent and keeping pushing forward and knowing that, hey, this day might suck, but let me just look forward to tomorrow or the better days to come in the future.
I know you're pretty spiritual, so and I know you must have thought about this before. Like, did God put you on this earth to do music, or did God put you on this earth to connect with people going through struggles that can learn from you? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I get you. I think that my platform gives me the opportunity to do that. My love and my passion is people, and that's where my music comes, is because I'm able to give them something special, whether they're going through whatever they're going through. I think the connection comes through my music and helping them through my music. I don't know if necessarily I'm meant to be a public speaker or someone who's, you know, I think what my platform is come to my show, feel the energy from my music, know that my music is positive and light and beautiful, and yeah, and hopefully they can take something from that, because I think that when it's almost like a religion in itself. You know, when you're coming to a concert, you're leaving all your troubles behind. You're going to just be like completely enveloped.
This isn't just about celebrity gossip anymore. Justin's own words about pressure, disappointment, and learning to protect himself suggest deeper struggles. Many now view his story as someone dealing with trust issues. And discussions have shifted toward whether some of his most uncomfortable moments were happening in hindsight.
Wow, amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music are you listening to at the moment, Justin?
Well, I listen to a lot of different stuff. I'm really into Jessie J, actually.
Ah, well, she's here. We're going to get to see her later. Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right, now it's time to find out who's nominated for International Breakthrough. Vote, just do it. Don't mess around.
What stands out is how much of that discomfort was visible publicly. Justin often appeared uneasy, tried to redirect conversations, and still faced situations where boundaries seemed ignored. These moments feel more serious now.
You mentioned
not because
minors.
They prove
you know,
every
and a lot
claim,
of people
but because they
have
show
been
how
trying
easily
to
a young
drag
artist's
Justin
discomfort
Bieber
could be overlooked.
into this situation, because there's a lot of like suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and you know they're making a lot of allegations.
Mm-hmm. Same way they made allegations about Usher when Usher was younger.
I mean, do you think that there's any credibility to these allegations?
When there's smoke, there's fire. Why would Diddy be tapping his kid in his chest to see if he...
As people looked deeper, they began noticing a broader pattern. Not just one relationship, but multiple instances where Justin appeared uncomfortable around older celebrities. While that doesn't confirm specific allegations, it reinforces the idea that he grew up in an environment where his vulnerability wasn't always protected.
Yeah, Justin, he's been
the
real
conversation
quiet about
frequently
this. I mean,
circles back to names like Diddy and Usher,
I was reading something,
especially regarding Justin.
And the kids say after he went to Diddy camp, he started using drugs so heavy and was smashed every day. What would cause a kid who wanted to be an artist in the music business all of a sudden to start getting high and drinking and drugging, popping pills and smoking? What would would cause a kid to do that?
I mean, usually trauma.
Or a Diddy party?
Statements like, where there's smoke, there's fire, continue to fuel the discussion. They don't prove anything on their own, but they push audiences to look at the
Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, he could buy you.
Interviews.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Everything ain't for everybody.
Sean Diddy Combs is pushing to have his prison term cut short. The rap mogul's lawyers took his case to a federal appeals court in New York on Thursday. They say his sentence for a sex-related conviction was too harsh. Jerika Duncan is here with more from those arguments. Jerika, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. A lot to consider here. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers argue a judge wrongfully sentenced their client by considering more serious charges than what he was actually convicted of. They also say it is the most prison time ever given someone convicted of the same charges with a similar criminal history. Now, one of the prosecutors in this case insists that Combs' 4-year, 2-month prison term is below federal sentencing guidelines and in line with similar convictions. Last summer, as many of you remember, a jury cleared Combs of sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges. The rapper was convicted of lesser prostitution-related offenses. He had pleaded not guilty to all charges and denied wrongdoing. He's scheduled for release, in April of 2028. Nate, this should be interesting. It could take a couple of months before there's a decision. One of the judges in that appeals court saying that this was an exceptionally difficult case.
All right, Jerika, thank you.
At this point, the focus shifts from rumors to impact. People start asking what Justin went through and how it affected him later. His struggles, changes in behavior, and very public challenges. For many, it comes down to one word: trauma.
We doubt that'll happen, but if that was the case, if he was to get out next month in April,
adds emotional weight.
What does the entertainment landscape look like? Diddy coming home in 30 days.
Same as it look now. Bleak. Just not Memphis.
Just not Memphis.
Bars.
God damn.
You too.
Does Diddy have any redemption if he owns up to his depravities?
Prince said it best. Sometimes it snows in April. Oh, sometimes I feel so bad, so bad, so bad. Sometimes I wish that life was never ending. Oh, all good things they say never last.
Certain clips continue to stand out. Moments involving closeness, gifts, and language that suggested a deeper dynamic. While none of it alone proves anything legally, combined with everything else, it explains why Justin's name remains central to this discussion.
The presence of that pyramid, that the same thing that the Rock Nation likes to put up, the same hand symbol that the sororities and the fraternities like to use. I'm not going to emulate it because you know exactly what it looks like. Yep. The pyramid sign that Diddy was wearing that around his neck. You want to know what I found funny? That there were a bunch of YouTubers that were at that courthouse that were wearing that same, it was a much smaller version, but that same symbol.
The situation becomes even more relevant as discussions around Diddy's legal matters evolve. Suddenly, Old questions about Justin Bieber
Diddy's not some
don't
nerdy
feel
dude
like
who just
distant
happened to
history.
find some
They
IG
feel
model
current
and, oh
again,
my God, this is the girl
reigniting
of my
public
dreams.
interest and concern.
Man, he has access to women all around the planet.
And that's his reputation.
But he went after the baby mother of one of his rivals.
Exactly.
Someone who had been taking shots at him for years.
Absolutely.
On purpose.
And he went after her knowing that they had beef.
Right. And slutted her out.
Slutted out.
Just slutted her out.
Slutted out.
Having a whole basketball team run a train on her.
Totally
And
did. I
just
totally
the whole
agree.
thing, right?
Totally agree.
Right.
But his reputation from when he worked at Uptown, I'll be sure's girlfriend.
Oh, Kim Porter.
Kim Porter.
Right.
That's
Well,
his reputation.
I'll be sure his baby mother.
Baby mama.
Yeah.
Then Eric Serm, his friend, the one that had his baby, Mia. So he's had a reputation of going after people.
Tupac's ex-girlfriend.
Tupac's ex-girlfriend.
He got a baby with her too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my point that I'm making to the men listening, well, if you don't understand this, then you're just poorly educated and don't really have common sense. It's a no-no. There's no way I would go after Vlad's ex-girlfriend.
Right.
I'm so loyal that if I met a woman and she said, oh yeah, I used to date Vlad. Oh, I can't fuck with you, baby.
Right.
I won't even put my dick in it, excuse my language. Because that's how I move. Other people don't move like that, but you see me in Paris, you see me all over the world. Why would the fuck I want to do that to mess up a relationship? Because here's the thing people need.
Now the story becomes about narrative control. Who shapes the story? Who influences public perception? And which voices are heard? Justin's role in this conversation matters because his experiences have the power to shift how people understand everything.
Who else on the black that are black actors or black in the business that's an A-lister that's bigger than Diddy that's black? That's hard to think. But then if you got the A-listers, you know, you got to realize he ran with that black that Rat Pack, and I don't want to even say their names because they said I got their names wrong last time. What's his name? Kushner. What's the other guy? Leonardo. Yeah, his name. Man, I don't keep up with these cats, but I heard that that's not only the tape that's being shot. There's some other tapes out there, other people too with him. And him doing some things with some other people. So it's quite a few tapes that might be out there, what they're hearing. And I don't want to see the tapes, but I want to know if they're really true. Because if they got if they got some tapes out there and it's with some underage, whether it's celebrities or not, it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be real crazy. And they're gonna have to bring that to forefront because the prosecutor's gonna want those tapes. And they're gonna do whatever they have to do legally to get those tapes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. So we just better hope for his sake, that's just a bunch of bull crap. But then there's lawyers out there saying, yeah, the tape does exist. Lawyers got on television to say the tapes exist. I don't really know or trust that because they was trying to say he had a tape with one of the bodyguards and this lady that came out. So we don't know what to think until we actually see that and we get that version. You remember we had that bootleg version of R. Kelly tape?
Yeah, I remember that.
They don't even bootleg. Yo, they don't even bootleg no more, man. So it's going to be hard to figure it out if it does exist.
Do you believe the guy in the tape is white?
If he's bigger than Diddy,
and he's not none of the names that I said, probably so. But then they say he was young too.
Yeah, they say he was young.
Let me get his name right. I hope it ain't the Bieber. I hope it's not the Bieber.
That's a good one. It might be him. But if they saying that the guy is young and he's an A-lister, I can't think of that many black people, man.
Right. Not at all. And somebody that more powerful, more of a celebrity than Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? If they were saying somebody that was more celebrity than Diddy, he was an A-lister, he was younger. You know what I'm saying? And if he's not black, it would have to be the Bieber. That's his name, Bieber? They said I got that wrong too. Justin Bieber, allegedly. I don't know, bro.
Right. But when you heard the news that Diddy, he had a tape with another man, did that catch you by surprise or no?
Well, all this shit is by surprise to me. A lot of this shit is by surprise to me, to be totally honest, man. Because I knew Puff, I knew Puff Daddy, I knew Diddy before he was Love and Brother Love and back to Diddy. So, no, but the Diddler, he's the Diddler now. A lot of it's surprising, but it's not unheard of. Because you hear of all kinds of shit, and whether it registered with you or you internalize it or something like that, that's a whole nother story.
There's also a growing belief among some that this isn't about isolated incidents, but a larger pattern. Still, it's important to note that much of this remains unverified, existing in a gray area between speculation and fact. Yet the repeated resurfacing of Justin's name shows how strongly the public feels there may be more beneath the surface. And that's where the story ultimately lands, not on confirmed answers, but on lingering questions. What kind of environment was Justin Bieber really in? And if more people ever choose to speak openly, what else could come to light?